that's always easy to do.
Yeah.
So now, what's your name? I'm being naughty. You've got. How many kids do you have now? This is not. We're just talking. I'm just chatting.
I've got 4 children.
4 children. Wow. They must be very big children, as in grown up, well grown up children.
Yeah, I've got a 23-year-old, a 20-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 12-year-old.
Wow.
I started early.
Very, very early. That was very good. But I guess your age at that time when you started, you must be like a teenager or something like that.
I got discovered in church when I was 15.
Oh, really?
And from church, I was signed up to a gospel label. What were they called now? Otto Records.
Okay.
And they signed me up to do an album.
Okay.
And then Sergi Benson discovered me bopping away at his club. And then I got signed to Phase 2 Records.
Who is that?
Sergi Benson, the owner of Phase 2 Records.
Oh, Phase 2 Records, okay. So
newspaper article on me, being signed to Otto Records, and wanted to see me, and decided to buy me out from the gospel label, and that's how I started singing secular music.
Okay. So what enticed you to that?
What enticed me? He had more money than I perceived than Otto Records did, and was going to give me a bigger splash, which he did, obviously.
So money was the factor at that time.
Not really money. I wouldn't say money. He had more money to put into marketing. Bigger platform.
All right, which was what you wanted.
Oh, you don't make money when you sign it. You make money when you start to create.
Yeah, so that's true.
A bigger marketing platform.
Yeah, but in some record labels will actually give you a huge amount of money up front before. I know that's not it's not the same in your case.
No.
But they would normally give a huge amount of some money up front, which you will eventually pay back though when you start selling records.
It didn't work out that way for me. We went on to make the records. We did 2 records, and we proceeded to tour, and that's when money came in. Yeah.
Okay. So did you make a lot of money?
Yeah, I did.
A lot.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, that's good. But you were known more for your live performances.
Was I?
Yeah, I think the record was good. I think one of the things that actually helped the record too was because at least that hit, that Taxi Driver was known already.
The Taxi Driver was the hit, I believe. I think Baby Won't You Touch Me did very well, and Working Girl did very well as well. Yeah. And I put a lot of emphasis on live performance. Because I used to do a lot of dancing back then, and I decided to. You mentioned Madonna, didn't you, when we chatted earlier?
Yeah. I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you that that your kind of your setup was kind of similar to Madonna when Madonna started off. So I was going to ask you, did you actually have any? Did Madonna influence you in any way? Even you had two guys who used to dance for you. Were they twins or something like that? I don't know.
I had that. Yeah, I had. I don't know if you remember Mr. Cool, who's still floating around the music scene.
Okay.
I like eBay Mr. Cool.
Okay, yeah.
I had backing singers and I had dancers at the same time. So there's a lot of people on stage.
Yeah.
And I was influenced by the Janet Jacksons of the world. You know, Janet Jackson was hitting it big then. Madonna was hitting it big. Sade was there, but then you had people like Lisa, and those are the people that we looked to, and that was the style, wasn't it? Get some backing dancers. I mean, it's still going on now. It's not really a style. That's what it is, isn't it? If you want to create a big show, you get dancers and you put together a good routine to captivate the audience. You don't just stand there, otherwise it's boring.
Yeah, that's true.
Music.
Yeah, pop music. You actually were a very good dancer.
I'm still a good dancer, thank you.
Oh, really? You see? Oh, sorry. Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I'm talking of, back in the day. I remember a time when it was a concert in University of Ibadan, and my band was there to perform as well.
Really?
Yeah. The band was called we used to be called Sharp Band then, and I think it was a I can't remember one of the halls, maybe Zik Hall or something, organized the concert, and you were there to perform. My band performed before you. Were just four back then. We are three now, and we are called Really Sharp now. And
Really Sharp.
Really Sharp.
That sounds good.
Yeah, Really Sharp now. Now we performed, and then you used to have like the team, your road team. That there used to be the bouncer, you have these two dancers, guys. They look like twins to me. And,
okay.
Yeah, and you had your manager with you. And when we finished performing, then they actually, what probably was your manager approached us to actually stay on the band with you to stay there, as if we were performing as a band, backing you up. Because okay. I know you used to use backing track.
Definitely, I've used tracks and I've used full bands. Obviously, it's cheaper to go around the universities with the backing track. You sing live.
Yeah. So the guy said we should, and when the music came up, I was just, because I was on the drums, and I just replicate the
what
drum.
What do you want to do next?
Exactly, because it was just the programming was there was so much programming in the music. The taxi driver, you know what I mean. So that was my first live encounter with your actual, and I actually was very impressed because of your dance routine and everything. You put a lot into it. So what would you say is was your the reason for that success, for that in that area? The idea of your dancing were you a dancer from the beginning? Did you go to a dance school or anything like that? So it was just talent.
You're 17 years old and you're embracing everything, aren't you? At 17, 16, you're just copying what's out there. Thriller was out there. There were so many great dancers. Michael Jackson was doing his moonwalk. There was so much excitement about dancing back then, and there still is today. And it was just as a teenager embracing that and trying to encompass that in what I was wanting to present, because it was 50% voice and 50% dance, because of the nature of pop music. It's not like R&B or gospel where you really have a chance to really expose your singing. It was both. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dance, singing equally. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So in other words, are you saying that Madonna did not influence you in any way? Because I could see similarity between your setup and Madonna.
Of course Madonna influenced me, but so did Janet Jackson, and so did Michael Jackson, and so did Prince, and so did everybody else who was out there. You had bands like The Time, they had their shuffle dance. I mean, that was the era that Cabbage came out. There were so many dancers around, wasn't there? So I wouldn't say it was solely Madonna.
So who would you say was your major influence,
To be honest with you, my major influences were people like Anita Baker and Sade. Those were my influences in terms of vocal influence.
Because I was
Anita Baker, I would rehearse to Anita Baker to stretch my vocals,
range,
and the people that I looked at, Patti LaBelle.
Okay.
All those old school heavyweights.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I looked to Madonna for anything voice-wise, because she was more of a dance thing, wasn't it, with Madonna?
Exactly, yeah.
So those were my influences, the voices.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never really had an opportunity outside of church to express my vocal talent. I have a very big, large voice that's only ever really been exposed in church. I was off your way in Aberdeen a few months ago at a church, because what I do is I lead praise and worship. I'm praise and worship leader.
Okay.
I go on the conference circuit, and that is when my voice really comes out, the big voice that I have. But when you're doing pop music, it tends to trap you in this tiny place.
Yeah,
because it's
I agree with you.
Beats, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
So what do you I'm thinking of the way you shifted from singing in church to secular. And I know back then, the way they would look at it back then was, oh, she's backslided or something, not like these days nowadays. There's lots of compromise here and there, but I could tell, like back then they would say, oh, why this, why that. The church could actually like say, oh, no, she's not one of us anymore, she's gone secular, or she's singing for the devil. What was the reaction of your church back then to the shift, or people around you who are Christians who are singing along with you in the choir in the church that used to be a praise and worship leader? What would you have to say about that? What were their reactions?
To be honest, I honestly can't remember. I just slid into it, and I was so busy, and it wasn't an issue because I wasn't focusing on that. I was focusing on the work.
Okay.
And when I hit it big, the marketing was done very well. The media stories were very controlled. There was nothing bad that I remember coming out about my personality or my person. So
okay.
I don't remember there being a backlash of sorts.
Okay.
For me.
So you just took this music as a job, as your work, and it does not really have any influence on your personal life or relationship.
No.
Okay.
No.
That's good to know.
No, you've actually answered the question better than
I. Because we've had several stories of people coming out of the church, and they worship leaders, they are good musicians, and they go into the secular, and their life completely gets messed up, turn around completely. But it's good to know that you're still on track. But do you still sing?
Yes, I just said I was in Aberdeen.
Yeah.
Worship in Aberdeen.
Okay, so you still sing in church as in praise and worship, or as an artist?
I do conferences, Christian conferences. So when you go from conference to conference, if a pastor is blessed, he asks you to come and lead at his church.
Yeah, that's very good.
That's sort of what I do, to express myself, through Christ, allowing Christ to express himself through me. So that's what I do. Is I've gone back to what I've always done. In fact, going back, I've always been in the church.
Yeah, that's
always been a big part of my life. So, so that's where I sing now. However, if WizKid called me up and wanted to do some music with me, I wouldn't say no.
Oh, of course. I can understand that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Probably you can probably WizKid will get to hear this as well, and you might just be called upon.
There's so much excitement, in the music world today. With people crossing over. You've got WizKid crossing over. D'banj crossed over to the UK and internationally, and it's so exciting to see.
Yeah. I think it's a good thing, and but to be honest, who will say that you and people in that era who are actually late paid the price, if you know what I mean. It didn't just start overnight, so it's like something that was being built gradually. Look, the work that you've done. Somebody like DZK Falola, somebody like Agese, somebody like Onyeka Onwenu, and it's like this. A lot people have done some background work, and the new generation just came and built upon what the carpet you've laid, if you know what I mean. So I won't say they can't take the total glory for everything, if you know what I mean. But then that's why those of them that will look at the past and actually pay their homage, pay their respect to the elders, the people like Sonia Ade, Ebenezer Obey, they will actually go far, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they go far. But it's nice to know that you're willing to actually go to that extent, that if any of the new artists call upon you for like collaboration and things like that, you'll be willing to do that.
I would love to, and I think anybody whose music is their first love would love to be a part of fresh activity and excitement that goes along with it, because we're not dead yet, are we? And life is a journey.
Exactly. It's good to know that you still have the passion to sing and you're still singing, and this is the reason why this OSMC talk show, this is why we start to do it, because we want to catch up on people we know that have been singing, and somehow we don't hear about them again, Some of them still sing, and we want to actually bring it to the whole world that these people are still available. They still have the passion. They can still sing. You know, they are not dead. They are alive. You know, so and that's the essence of this thing. And we believe that people will be able to. And when people listen to and see these things, because there are some things that you say now that I did not even know about it before. OSMC, we're family in Old School Music Club.